Hello and welcome to this episode. It's going to be a bit of investigation on the Subaru, so let's get cracking. As you know, we're currently on lockdown. I'm sure you are as well, so this will be a good little video just to pass the time really. It's not exactly urgent, but it'd be nice to see what we can find on this sort of car anyway, won't it? So first off, we'll get the intercooler out of the way. Get the intercooler out of the way, get the inlet off. A few other jobs. Mainly to get access to the turbo. I think that'll be our first sort of port of call, just to see, is everything okay? Nice, look, STI, original STI 4 intercooler. It's probably not really required now because we've got better kit on it, but anyway, obviously in my previous video I said just to remove any sort of potential problems, I took the front mount intercooling pipe work off so that we could rule that out, that there's nothing wrong with or any funny issues with that. I mean, I have really doubted, but it's removed that anyway, any sort of potential doubt. So it didn't make it a jot of difference, so I would say it is nothing to do with intercooler, which would have been a long shot anyway. But you never know, do you, with these things? So it's best to rule out the easier stuff. Whatever you can do that's easy, it's best to do first. I think there is probably a bit more to it than, you know, than just the turbo. It may be something simple, but I don't think it will be. You've got that sixth sense. There's a bit more to it than that. But anyway, we'll soon find out, won't we? A little bit of coolant dripping there. Yeah. What's that doing? Oh yeah. Need to tidy it up anyway, do it? It's a right bit really. But I tell you what, I think future we get a different ECU as well. Rewire the whole thing. It'd be nice to have fresh wiring and ECU in, because I don't like this Alcatech. I think it's Alcatech or EQ. I think Alcatech. It's I don't know, it's not very good, I don't think. Doesn't fill me with confidence, that's for sure. So yeah, I think if I'm going to do more on the car, which I'd like to, but oh dear, there's a lot of oil dripping out of the top of the turbo, which is a bit strange, isn't it? Probably not mind you, if it ends up being the turbo and it's an easy swap, just swap the turbo out, might be not so bad in the long run, but I didn't really want that. Not what I wanted to see straight away is oil dripping out of the turbo. Mind you, it's not really coming out of the turbo, it's just sitting there, so it must have come from somewhere. Let's put a bit of light on it. Put a bit of light on the subject. I don't know. Weird that is. Unless it was just crap that come out of the old intercooler, I suppose. Anyway, this should be quite straightforward. We'll get the intercooler, get turbo exposed. We'll have a look, see what we think, and go from there. Shouldn't be too bad, really. I made sure over the years I've done stuff like this intake pipe. There's no dump valve on it anymore. I want it nice and easy so that things just come off. over the top of everything, because this used to be a pain in the ass to get off, but shouldn't be too bad now. Come on, you little bugger. There we go. So, like that. Don't forget to disconnect the wiring. A few bits on here, on the top. Coil, idle control, earth strap. So I'll get them out of the way. Let the light in a little bit, and then we'll be well away. Won't be scratching too much. So we shall that off. 3. Servo pipe. Just got to do the fuel pipe. These, I don't think there's anything. No gas in it. No gas in it. It's air conditioning, so I might as well open them up a bit and we can see a bit more. Screw them back in so we know where they came from. Right. Relief. Throttle position sensor as well. Get some of this shit out of the way. Might take that off, just get it out of the way completely. I don't know. A couple of vacuum pipes to remove. Those fucking semi-vacuum pipes. See you later. Almost there, to be honest. Once we get them hoses out, anyway. They need routing properly as well. Been saying that for a long time, but just never fucking got round to it. But well, now the inlet manifold coming off, might be able to route them a bit better. But I'll say it's not massively important. I'm intrigued what's up with it though. Bizarre fault. Never had it go into vacuum before when you're accelerating. No boost at all. And yet with no, I did run it with no turbo, without any pipes on, and you can hear the turbo. You know, it is spinning. It's just not producing any boost. Which fucking knows, man. Unless it's going, I say, unless the head gasket's catastrophically failed and it's just blowing out cylinder somewhere. I don't know, but very odd, I have to say. I'll keep these clean. This nice braided hoses. Don't want them getting dirty or anything. Well, I don't want any dirt going in them, is what I should say. Which I suppose is the same thing, really. Oh, it's a bit loose. Good to do a bit of work on the Subaru. I haven't done anything on it for a long time. So, nice, now we're locked in. Nice to be able to do a bit, but so we won't be able to get out and test it. Needs must, and all that. Not that important at the end of the day, is it? Right, okay, so that's goody. Just get this, and I'll have rails free. If anyone knows where these Roger Clark Motorsport fuel lines, how they're supposed to run, wouldn't mind commenting in the comment section, because you've got Roger Clark Motorsport fuel pipe, parallel pipe setup, Roger Clark Motorsport fuel rail, billet fuel rail, and they never quite sit properly. And I don't really know what the problem is. I've tried before, when I first got them I tried to route them underneath. It just made a massive pain in the ass to do, and it was like, couldn't get the inlet manifold down and around the intake pipe, so I don't know whether it's because it's got a bigger intake, the Group N intake or what, but it definitely didn't seem very happy when it's done like that. Okay, well, that's a fuel rail disconnected, fuel pipes off. I think there are a couple of pipes on the bottom of the inlet, on the throttle body, but I think we're quite well on the way now to hoying it out. Okay, good, we're away. Just about. Okay, why doesn't it want to come out? This is the thing, so many bits holding it in. I mean, that's the bolt's done. The bolts are away, but that one in, one fucking man, oh, gasket's fucked and the other one isn't. Okay, right, that is definitely away, I think you can agree. Well, wiring holding it in. Oh, well, that water pipe's going to be a prick as well. That's not good. That's better, isn't it? It's coming away now. It's coming away nice. The wiring through so it's not getting stretched and damaged first. Work out where the fuck is this? I think this does come out, doesn't it? Should do it. If it comes off, no, it's that one. Did you? Cables and shit everywhere. One disconnection made. One more. Where are you? Where the fuck are you? Two. Okay, so that should free the wiring up again. I know there's still a couple of pipes to the front, which oh, that has let a bit of light in, hasn't it? Manifold gasket. Anybody? Yeah. Cam position sensor. Okay, that's better. Okay, now should just be a one or two a rubber patch. That way round, I suppose. Pliers. fucking... All these little pipes I want replacing really, the little water pipes and stuff. Because they're all a bit shit, to be fucking honest. Come on. Come on. Fuck you. Your fucking head ain't working on cars, you know. Okay. Now what? Another fucking daft vacuum pipe. Just covered in fucking vacuum pipes. Well, so far so good. Inlet manifold. Really see what's going on here now. Get this intake pipe off. And then see what happening with the turbo. Not done much work really, but it doesn't matter if it's been used and abused. That's what you're going to get. Like I say, there might be a head gasket. So, could be a head gasket, couldn't it? Come on. This fucker's hanging on the last second, isn't it? Hooray! Intake off. Initial thoughts, it looks alright. Although, what the fuck's... Oh my god. What the fuck's happened here? That might be a fucking problem. Check out that. Massive restriction in this intake pipe. This is a fucking Samco one as well. I don't know if you can see properly. That is ridiculous. How the fuck's happened? Well, with a bit of luck, that Samco hose is the fault. I mean, the turbo seems alright. Turns nice. There's no play in it. So it's just this delaminating this pipe, which I'm bloody disappointed with that. Look, split runs all the way down the pipe. It's actually, now that it's been off 5 minutes, it's cleared, but that was completely blocked when I first took it off. It split all the way down the middle, right to the, well, what, 3/4 of the way along. So that to get that, I'm going to put the intake back on temporarily without a pipe. Just put the inlet manifold on, put it back together again, and fire it up and see. Take it out for a spin and see whether it's cured the fault. But I'm pretty sure it is, and I'm pretty disappointed because that's a Samco, genuine Samco Group N intake pipe, bought from Roger Clark Motorsport. So I don't think it's going to be a bullshit one. You know, if you get stuff off eBay, sometimes it could be copied version of the Samco badge stuck on it, but you think this would be genuine stuff. So I'm really disappointed. In some ways, I'm glad if it isn't the turbo. You know, that's a 1,700 quid turbo. So I was a bit concerned that it would be faulty. So it looks like it probably isn't the turbo. So maybe onto a relatively cheap fix, but it's just what to get instead of the group N intake, because obviously we've had a Chinese intake on it that was collapsing. Obviously the original Subaru intake is no use at all, and now the group N intake, which looks like that's not man enough for the job. So I don't know, if you've got any ideas, put on the comments below and we can investigate further. Anyway, I'm going to end the video now. We'll pick it back up. I'll put the intake back on the next video, take it out for a test drive. Yeah, look forward to that. So bye bye for now, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Loads of videos coming up and in 4K, beautiful 4K technology now. Cheers guys.